So, yesterday you saw a video with some vulnerability. Part of me doesn't want to take it down because I know all of you are going to react to it, right? Any of you watching are going to be like, whoa. And the problem is, all of y'all haven't been trained on how to react to that. Society hasn't taught you. Religious books, pick a religion, pick a culture, have, but we don't always listen to those. Society's taught us to be gritty. Like, for example, right now, I react to depression with grit, with anger, right? Like, I'm gonna conquer you. You better believe that crap. So, like, that's the attitude I walk in with. But when you do it for years on end, it wears on you. Like, I don't care who the hell you are. You go 16 years of struggle, and I'm being generous. So, I'm not gonna apologize for my vulnerability anymore. And anybody that knows me and thinks, but wait, they were nice this one time, or they did this thing, and they kept doing this thing. All right, that's fine. They did something nice. But that's not like a bank. It's not a deposit so that later on you could be an asshole. And to be a consistent one. Plus, don't get me wrong, there are plenty of people in my life that are in debt if that's the case. So, yeah, yesterday I was vulnerable. It caught up to me. And then I went for a walk. I got angry for a minute, broke for a minute. Then I got back on my grind because ain't nobody gonna do nothing for me, right? So you just gotta handle it. Plus, I was really close to breaking. Because it was just, like, you see this white car right behind me with no license plate still? But, yeah, that thing had some issues last week, and then you got Senor Troca, who was running dry on oil. Then, literally, I took time out of my day and everything. And I got some, you have no idea, I postponed things and got really, really awesome mics from CCTV, right? That my computer won't recognize, and I don't know why. And I build top tier computers. I will go against seasoned professionals in just computer solutions engineering and build a computer side by side as long as we have the same core parts, and mine will run faster and cooler every time. I've done this. Like, y'all underestimate me, but you'd be surprised. But it's just this, everything was going wrong, and losing my voice, like not being able to use my voice to its fullest, that hurt. My voice is about the only thing I got left because, as I've seen from literary agents and the actual news during Autism Awareness Month, ain't nobody give a damn about a story. Like, apparently my life story don't matter. And with all these autists out here, I get why. I fell into the crowd that I didn't know existed. Because I believe some of the stereotypes too, to a degree. And so I was caught a little bit off guard. And you guys are just like blowing us off again and again and again. The psychological community is pathetic on this one. Sorry, but applied behavioral analysis is so... there are so many flaws with that. First off, seeing somebody behave differently doesn't mean it's a disability. Doesn't mean nothing like that. They just don't have the imagination to understand the solution. The reason we don't solve a lot more problems is simply a lack of imagination. And don't get me wrong, I've talked to plenty of therapists and psychologists throughout the years that I've known personally as friends. And a lot of them saw psychology as a throwback career, like a backup career. Well, I can't make it over here. So there's a lot of psychologists out here that are doing it because they can't. Like, they just because, hey, I'm here, I need a job. Oh, this pays well. And then they get into the field and realize, no, don't get out. Or they get bitter and, man, psychologists have a lot of power, just like doctors have a lot of power. And when we abuse that power, any sort of power, because I guarantee right now, whenever this gets to going somewhere, this channel or whatnot, assuming it does, and assuming I live that long, then I anticipate a lot of blowback. And the blowback, I'll Babe Ruth this one right now. The blowback is going to be at least 9 times out of 10 from a beta. I'll just throw it out there. From betas. They could be alpha climatized betas, but they're still betas. I don't see too much critique. I see exploration from alphas and exploration from omegas. There will be an initial challenge from omegas. That's because, really, that's a bold-ass statement. Back it up. And I'm ready for that. See, the fallback for a beta is to attack the opponent, not the opponent's argument. So, in my case, I'm an easy target. Yet again, thank you, CTU, Colorado Technical University. Went there and they lost one phone call. And it was the phone call of their person, and I've been claiming this for years. I've got email proof of this. But it was the phone call that I recollect as, oh, wow, no, you're not going to graduate without owing us. Every other one was just like, you good? And my subconscious has been warring with me on this one too. In fact, it hit me with a dream on it yesterday about CTU and college debt and all of that. It's like, yeah, there was this fact over here, but then there was this negligence over there. I wasn't completely guilt-free. I did take student stipends because I was in Southside Chicago and had to live. And that really did help. I had to get a computer. That's where the first stipend in Chicago went to, was getting a computer so that I could work properly. True story. It's funny, you get thrown into all these different situations and you have to adapt to them. But when it comes to the psychological community, I don't see them adapting. I see them trying to hold on to comfortability. ADA, or ABA, is like applied behavioral analysis. Basically, it's where you try and change a person's behavior because you find it inconvenient. Now, is it applicable in some cases? Absolutely, 100%. Very, very few cases. Because autists, we're normal. We're natural. There's plenty of evidence to back it up. And people aren't researching it because, well, one, they either don't know, lack of imagination, or they don't want it to be known. Why? Because that means we're just natural people that have been disenfranchised and pushed down for at least my generation with higher IQs. Autists, if you ever got to know us and what we're capable of overall, you would think that we were the natural X-Men. And that's a true story. We always have been. Okay, what do you think Einstein was? You think it was just an average person? You think Elon Musk is an average person? And we're starting to come out a little bit more and recognize each other a little bit more. And I've got a thing or two that I'm saving up to knock out. Because once I knock it out, I'm going to be conquering at least one section of a game. And then I might be able to take on another industry too. I just got to get myself to a certain platform. Otherwise, I'll become an easy target. I know it's going to be an easy target, baby. Yesterday got me. I was worn down, that's all. And that happens. I mean, that's the part of the books they never really tell you about. But I'm still on a mission, and I'm not going to quit. At least not till it's done.